When exposed to sunlight, your skin begins a conversion process, which ultimately leads to one of the most important hormones in the human body. Pair that with individuals in industries who bombard the public with recommendations without ever considering the tactic of educating instead, and it becomes clear why there is so much confusion. It's time to get a deeper understanding of vitamin D. Now, to fully understand vitamin D, we need to understand its metabolism, because ingestion is not absorption. We'll start at the skin, which contains 7-dehydrocholesterol. When exposed to UVB radiation, this becomes cholecalciferol, or vitamin D3. Now, in order to raise your serum vitamin D levels, it needs to be converted, which is when it comes to the liver. At the liver, 25-hydroxylase interacts with cholecalciferol to result in 25-hydroxycholecalciferol. This is your body's stored form of vitamin D. However, it's not in its bioactive form. In order to convert your body's storage of vitamin D into the bioactive form, will travel to the kidneys, where 1-alpha hydroxylase cleaves off another bond to create 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol, or your active form of vitamin D in the body. UV exposure isn't the only way that we can synthesize vitamin D. We can get it through dietary consumption as well. Looking at animal-based products, most of our consumption is going to come through things such as dairy, eggs, or seafood. Now, all animal sources of vitamin D will come in the form of cholecalciferol, which, if you remember, is the same form we convert in our skin. Now, there are plant-based sources of vitamin D as well, and these will typically come through fortified foods, dairy substitutes, and mushrooms. However, if we look closer at the labels of these fortified foods, we'll often find that the type of vitamin D actually differs. These different forms of vitamin D are dictated through their numbers and also the prefix associated with it. Many individuals choose to supplement their vitamin D intake as well. Cholecalciferol will tend to raise serum vitamin D levels higher than the alternative. However, ergocalciferol is a nice option for those who follow a vegan lifestyle or have certain health concerns. Getting enough UVB sunlight exposure isn't always easy though, as there are a plethora of environmental factors. There are genetic factors as well, including your liver and kidney function, your parathyroid signaling, your age, your skin pigmentation, and/or the presence of a disease state. On top of environmental and genetic factors, micronutrients also impact vitamin D metabolism quite significantly. Let's jump back to looking at the metabolism. We go from 7-dehydrocholesterol to cholecalciferol before 25-hydrolase converts it. This is a magnesium-mediated conversion. Now, when 25-hydroxycholecalciferol is converted in the kidneys to the bioavailable form, this is also magnesium dependent. This means if we decrease the amount of available magnesium, we can see lesser conversion rates of vitamin D, both into storage and active forms. Getting your lab work done can be a great way to start collecting data on yourself, and these tests are namely checking 25-hydroxycholecalciferol along with other metabolites. There are definitely some contraindications where you would not want to take vitamin D as well. Although not present in modern day paints, if you spend time renovating or around older houses that contain heavy metals such as lead in their paints, vitamin D could actually increase your likelihood to store those heavy metals in your bones. In a practical sense, if you're already taking a lot of vitamin D and you're not seeing your serum levels increase, you might want to look back to things like magnesium or your kidney or liver function. As well, if you have a known recent exposure to heavy metals or eat a lot of sketchy seafood, you might want to rethink your dosing as well. Vitamin D has undoubtedly become a very popular topic of discussion in recent years, but I don't think as many people understand it as they think they do. So I hope this video gives you some context to a supplement you may or may not be taking already. If you do take vitamin D, let me know what you take, how much you take, why you take it down below in the comments. I hope you learned something in this video, and as always, have a good one until next time.